This is probably my favorite one. It's a 1981 ATC Honda 250R. Do you remember those?
Government experts say it is by far the most dangerous vehicle on the market today.
So this has 4 speeds. This thing, if you want to drive it, you can drive it.
Yeah, I'm on my own. I don't need no one. I don't.
All right, go for it. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
What's up, man? Yeah, well, I'm Rex. I don't know. I have a passion for, I guess, electric stuff. Not for like the green stuff. My electric's all power. Making it like, oh, let's go green. No. I want to say, let's beat gas. This one was a kind of experiment. I wanted to be able to see if I could put 2 motors onto 1 jack shaft and have it reliable and work.
This thing is a monster.
Well, and there's a reason why it's so long. Like anyone that would see this thing would be like, whoa, it's engineered completely wrong. The controllers are on the bottom here.
And you need 2, huh?
Yeah, you need 2.
Wow.
It works. So when I started putting all the batteries in, all the wires, there's no ram air. There's freaking, you can't get any air through there. And this motor would get to the point where the manufacturer was saying that's like its limit. I don't know if you saw in there.
Do you make these batteries?
Yeah, I didn't make them, like literally made them. I took them out of a Chevy Bolt. Yeah, so these are 60 amp hour cells that are all in series and then in parallel here. So it would definitely maybe go 65. Yeah, it was quick. Range, I don't know. It's hard to tell. When you say range, completely empty battery or just when you need to come home and charge?
See, yeah, range is always a tough question.
Yeah,
I guess just
so,
like what your normal
would
ride
I
would
go
be.
out 30 miles? Probably max. Tough question.
Right,
You never want to go past really 3.5 volts in each cell.
Oh, and how many kilowatts? Yeah.
Okay, so peak. Whenever I post my stuff, it's peak. That's more fun. Who wants to know rated? So these rated are actually low, but the peak is phenomenal. So this could do 40 peak. Yeah, I mean, but you don't really go. You don't need to do that though. That one transformed into this one. Let's get that weight away because that's the problem. The weight, honestly, when I took this off-roading, it's not that great, honestly. If I'm being honest, it feels like you're gonna slip a little bit. And a lot of the reason is I went with 2 front tires. The Sur-Ron is 19-inch wheels, right? So I did basically the same thing Sur-Ron has. This is the original frame of the fat tire bike. And then I just cut it off. I put a bearing in there, and then put a shock, and then made all this stuff to make it stronger. And then I made my own chain tensioner. The only way that would work. I guess the unique thing about this one is the 2-step gear reduction. The fast part is right here, right? The high RPM.
Hey.
Belts love RPM. Chain loves low RPM. So when you do this, it's best of both worlds. You get a quiet, nice sound. You still get the torque. You have to have this tensioner though, otherwise it'll slip. So I had to make that tensioner. And then I had to get this gear. This thing was made in Europe. Axle goes through there to the sprocket on this side. There's issues with it. First off, I flipped it. It had so much power. It doesn't have rear brakes. Rear brakes are tough because this moves back and forth. So you have to. That's really hard to make a rear brake. And I couldn't really change the rake angle. But other than that, it's a lot of fun to ride. It's very dangerous. So.
What's like the controller and the battery on this?
Voltol, V-O-T-O-L. They're very pretty much this is like an AliExpress deal thing. Very what do you call it? Glitchy software. It's really glitchy. So this is my I just made this. This would have everything in it. This would have the BMS, the cells, the fuse, and the shunt. It's gonna be somewhere like that. And I'll probably cut this fender off. But I think it'll still look fine. 44 amp hours, 90 volts in this box. Batmobile, huh?
Totally. Look at those tires.
Now this one's not 100% performance because they're hub wheels. They're hubs. Cool though. That's the killer because you got traction. So this will still go up hills like crazy because it has the front to pull you.
How fast would this go if you were just gonna gun it?
35. Rear suspension, front suspension. I buy all these all came from a junkyard. These shocks and they were still good.
That's a really cool looking. I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah. And it's so quiet. This is probably my favorite one because it's so unique. It's a 1981 ATC Honda 250R. Do you remember those?
It took the 3-wheel motorcycle known as an all-terrain vehicle, or ATV. There is a 1 in 3 chance that the ATV will carry its rider to serious injury or death. Government experts say it is by far the most dangerous vehicle on the market today.
So this has 4 speeds. This thing, if you want to drive it, you can drive it. It's fun. And the cool thing about it is it goes in soft sand like so easy.
Color is beautiful.
Well, there's a reason for the color. Because I kept collecting junk and my wife was pissed. So I said, this is yours, don't worry, I'll paint it purple. So a 4-speed electric, it's cool because I have this geared super low. So So first gear is kind of worthless, and then second gear is a sweet spot.
How do you change the gears?
Just like regular motorcycle. This is actually built for like motors. This is what it's designed for. This is a gear shifter. Clutch, brake, throttle. Put lights in there. It doesn't drive perfectly straight because you got to remember it's a 1981 frame. So the specs on this one, 60 amp hour, 90 volt. All my stuff's 90 volt except for this one. That's the 75 volt one.
Wow.
So 90 volt, 60 amp hour, 4-speed. So that this legitly does 20 kilowatts. Yeah.
That is comfy.
Yeah, I made that seat too. Yeah, that rear brake won't work, that pedal.
Ooh, all right, here we go.
It's good.
All right, ready? So I'm in first gear. So I just wheelied it. This thing is a beast. It'll pick the wheel up. Got so much power. It's so stable going fast. I see what you mean with it sort of wants to go one way. I went up into second and like just touched the gas and the wheel picked up.
At 4 gears, it kind of makes you wonder like what we could accomplish.
Wow, this thing's sick.
You want to ride the orange one? This one's fun too though. Yeah, so it's 75 amps right now. Just be careful, because there's no rear brakes, so. Did you get to switch it?
Yeah, this thing is a beast.
How's it feel as far as the power goes?
So much power, and like you said, it doesn't care how fast you're going, it just gives it to you. Wow. Watch out.
Yeah, we're done with it. I don't think I have anything else that works.
Yeah,